Hey, so this video is all about diets and why you already have a diet that you are on now, but you just don't actually know it. So when we think about diets, whether you've read one in the paper, whether you've seen one online, whether you just overheard a friend in the gym talking about a diet that they've done, we have all tried diets in the past. Now, whether they've worked or not, I don't know, but there are certain diets that will work and certain diets that I would just avoid completely. Now, when we think about dieting, we think about eliminating certain foods, or we think about restricting certain foods. Now, I know for myself, I couldn't live without certain foods. I enjoy certain things. I know I couldn't be on a long-term plan and restrict myself from the foods that I enjoy. I know I can't do that, so I don't expect any of my clients to do that. So there is a sensible way of dieting that you don't actually have to eliminate or cut out any foods. Now, there are certain things we have to do when we diet. When you understand energy balance, it's not any complicated science. It is literally your energy in versus your energy out. We have to consume less calories on the way in than we actually put out. Otherwise, we store energy, and that's when we start putting on weight. So everyone has a maintenance calories. I spoke about this in the previous video. As long as we are in a calorie deficit, it doesn't matter how much deficit you're in. I always recommend starting on a 10% deficit, unless you literally have an easy lifestyle. Then you can go a little bit further into a deficit. Anyway, that's for a different video. So when we look at eliminating certain foods, we all eliminate the normal ones. We all eliminate the most common ones. So we eliminate alcohol, we eliminate junk food, we eliminate fast food. It's the one that we think that we have to eliminate to get a result. Essentially, if you're an athlete, then there will be a certain degree of things we have to cut out, because essentially that's our job. And we require certain dietary requirements for our sport. But the everyday Joe like myself, if I want to lose a bit of weight, I don't need to cut out any foods. All I need to do is calculate and track exactly what I consume on a daily and weekly basis. Now, if I want to blow all my daily calories on a bottle of wine one day and a big greasy burger, yes, that's not going to be the most nutritious foods, but I'm still going to be losing weight, because over the week I will make sure that my calories are on point. Now, like I said to you before, I'm not condoning everyone eating junk food and shit food for every week. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say, if you are on a diet, you don't have to restrict certain foods, because we all have to live. That's life. Things get thrown at us on a daily and weekly basis, and most people will use a bad day, and I say bad day loosely because most people use the term bad day, and that throws them right off their diet. It throws them into a spiral, and that is when we derail ourselves and we tend to not to track. We tend to go in a bit of a hole and we pig out, and that one day turns into a week and it turns into a month. So when you understand that you can actually have foods that you enjoy and still get in shape, that's when dieting becomes really easy. As long as you track it, and like I said before, you're not going to get 100% accurate. Certain calorie trackers will be slightly out, but as long as you get a ballpark figure, you're always going to be better off than the person who doesn't track. If you're on a diet right now and you're eliminating certain foods, and there are certain diets that I really hate people even trying to do. I hate people doing keto. There is no benefit to it unless you have certain medical issues. Then I really don't like keto. There are other ones I won't go into now, but there are some horrendous diets out there that really people cannot do long term. They may be able to last in them for 2 or 3 weeks maximum, and they will always revert back to their original ways, and they'll put on weight with a lot of interest. So diet the sensible way, work out your calorie deficit, start tracking your food, and don't cut all the foods out you enjoy. Obviously, go for the more nutritious foods. I always go for the 80-20 split, and this is probably a common term you hear.
but an 80-20 split is a really sensible way of doing it. So 80% of the time you go for your the best nutritious food that you can go for, and then 20% of the time you can actually have the foods that you enjoy. As long as you track them and as long as you allow yourself to have them, you will be able to diet sensibly for a hell of a lot longer than you will diet strictly. Hope that helps. Bye bye.